2 years ago, we showed you a story of a member of the Team Revolution Gymnastics and a terrible accident he had. For more on Kalon Ludvigson, we bring back Julia Cox in our Pocatello newsroom. Julia.
Yeah, Jeff, Kalon Ludvigson was the most decorated tumbling and trampoline athlete in the U.S., but in August of 2013, during a clinic, something went terribly wrong.
Full twist in the double straight, accelerating run. Another
Every year we take the kids to a sports camp in Pennsylvania. Kalon was on his last turn and just had a mistake.
It didn't seem like a really bad landing, but I just had my chin tucked under, and when I hit, it was just enough to put enough pressure on my C6 vertebrae, which pushed on my spinal cord and resulted in paralysis.
And just like that, Ludvigson's life was forever changed. He spent 19 days in the ICU before being airlifted to a hospital in Denver, where he stayed there for 4 months. In December of 2013, he came back home to Pocatello, where he continued intensive outpatient therapy in Salt Lake from February to October of 2014. He then switched his focus to academics and is continuing his degree at Idaho State in pharmacy.
Being out in Pocatello and not having a local facility that specializes in spinal cord injuries, I knew it wasn't going to be feasible to continue going to school full-time and pursue therapy. So what I've been able to do is just incorporate the things that I've learned in therapy and kind of put them to use by myself, working out at Reed Gym and doing things on my own. School's always been really important to me. My parents have always been very adamant about finishing school, and so I wasn't going to let this get in my way. I know it's put a physical limitation on me, but it hasn't put a limitation on my ability to learn.
USA Gymnastics doesn't cover the cost of travel for competition, so in 2011, Ludvigson started the Kalon Ludvigson Invitational as a fundraiser. Now the money helps to cover the cost for his recovery, and in March, Team Revolution partook in the 6th annual KLI, with one of their own, Natalie Ori, winning the competition, her first time as a senior lead.
It's incredible because I used to just watch him at all the competitions and I didn't know him personally, and so now to be able to know him is just so great, and he's such a big person. It was that's his competition and he was sitting right there, and I just wanted to make him proud, and so it felt really good for that reason.
I thought it was awesome to see Natalie be able to pull off a win because I know how hard she works coming from our gym. I know what she's going through. I've been through the same training that she's in, and it was really rewarding to see all of her hard work pay off.
You know, it's really rewarding having another athlete follow in the same footsteps as my previous elites that have come along and won, big events like this, to kind of continue the Revolution dynasty and, follow in his footsteps, something that we created so many years ago, and kind of set a tone and a pattern for our other athletes.
And through everything Ludvigson has been through, one thing continues to remain the same: his positive attitude.
I know people tell me all the time, if I were in your shoes, I wouldn't be able to deal with it, but really I think anybody can. It's just a challenge that you're given, and you just move on and make the best of it.
And today, Kalon found out that all of his hard work in school is paying off because he was accepted into the Doctor of Pharmacy program at ISU. I sat in on one of those classes, and it wasn't easy, right over my head. Back to you, Jeff.
Yeah, that's why we're journalists. Words are a little bit easier for us than pharmaceuticals, I believe. Thank you very much.
Sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. For that update on Kalon, Julia, we appreciate it.